Hi, everybody. This is Gayle. Welcome to my channel tonight. I hope you all are doing well. Here we are back Saturday night again, here for the weekend for our live stream on Saturday night, last Saturday in February. Can't believe how this whole year is already flying by. So, a little crazy. Now, I am not seeing this. Whoops. I'm not seeing this showing up on my channel yet. So we'll give it a few minutes. Sometimes it's late. Somebody told me that when it shows up on my channel is when the notifications go out. I don't know if that's true or not. I have something in my eye. Hold on. Okay, got it. So I don't know if that's true or not, but we're going to give it just a minute. I see Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man the Hero, is in, and he's asking, did I get my glasses yet? And no, unfortunately, I have not yet. And that just popped up. Okay, so now it's on my page. But no, unfortunately, they won't be in until next week. But thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I would love for them to get in sooner, but hopefully I have to go back to the doctor's office for more eye exam stuff, which is crazy, but hopefully they will be in by then. So yeah, it's weird the way they do it too, with two separate doctor visits and whatnot. But you just got to roll with the punches. They know what they've got to do, I guess. So yeah, kind of crazy. Anyhow, I'm turning my phone off again. I am having, for those of you all who have messaged me on Facebook and you have not gotten me, I'm having phone problems. Yay. Just what I didn't need, right? So, what happens is I have this plastic case around my phone to help protect it, like everybody has one just about, right? On your phone to keep it protected. And I was out trying to get some footage for a video, and boom, it fell face forward. So I'm like, okay, this is not the best thing that could ever happen. So I decided to try it again, and then I dropped it on its face. So now what it's wanting to do is send out all of these notifications that it doesn't need to be sending out, like SOS messages. I don't need SOS messages going out to everyone. So yeah, it's a little crazy. So if you do message me on Facebook, there may be a delay in getting my message back to you, and that's because I can only take that while I'm on the computer. So yeah, not necessarily the best thing ever to have happen, but what can I say? Peter Parker saying, "Gayle, be careful, don't walk into walls and stuff." Right? Yeah, that's a challenge. I can't hardly walk and chew gum. So yeah, that's just one of those things we just kind of have to work around. So yeah, we laugh at how klutzy I am at home, combined with my ability to get lost, because I do both. So what can I say? That's just me Vita Loca. I have my life is just different. I don't know why. So anyhow, yeah, walking into walls, getting lost, dropping things, losing things. Last week I did the unboxing on the tripod head for the cell phone that goes on a tripod or selfie stick. And along with that, there's a remote control. And I did that unboxing last week because those are replacements. The tripod mount for the selfie stick replaces one that I lost. And now I've got another selfie stick on the way because I misplaced one of mine. And, you look around for it, and then after like a month and you can't find it, you're just like, oh, forget it. So I've ordered another one, and that will be an unboxing for next week. That's just my life there in a nutshell. So let me see here. Did I message everybody I was supposed to? I think so. Yeah. But I did find out, and this is kind of cool. If you have phone problems, it's really, really cool to be able to connect your phone to your computer. So that way, at least while you're on the computer, you're still able to take your calls. So I did that, and that's been helpful. But I didn't even know you could do that. Microsoft has the app that you can download. And let me see if I can find the name of it here. Of course, I can't. But anyway, look for it in the Microsoft Store. It's the app that you can download, and it connects your PC to your phone. So you can actually make a phone call from your computer and talk on your phone. Or if your phone rings, you can answer it on the computer. You can text back and forth all on the computer. It's just the best thing right now with my phone being down. You know? So anyway, just thought I'd mention that because I don't know if everybody knows that you can do that. Like I didn't until I was stumbling around trying to figure this out. Stumbling around this time, picking things on the computer, trying to figure this out. So if you have phone problems, maybe that will help you sometime. Hopefully, your phone trouble will be to a minimum. But anyway, lot to discuss tonight. And first things first, update on the dog. Okay, so people have asked me, what else do I need for the dog? And when am I going to get the service dog? And what all is involved with getting the service dog? So, about the fundraising for the service dog, we have gotten the dog itself paid for, but that's only some of the expenses. So, $5,000 is what we've paid for future doggo. And yes, that's the dog's nickname right now. So got that done and taken care of. But there's some gear that I have to get. Now, huge shout out to Tanya Lambert. She gave me a leash. Collar that we're going to need. And I'm going to get a new leash for it. Yes, Peter Parker says, is the dog potty trained? Oh, yes. The dog should be well trained in lots of areas. So, yes, absolutely. Um, all that. Plus, I'm going to, after paying for the dog, the next step is I've got to get the stuff. So the crate, which we talked about some of this, but some people are asking and they're new. So I apologize in advance if this is repetitive, but it's for the new people. New people who have been asking. So I've got to get the dog crate and the dog bed, and of course, food and water bowls because that's just basic. You got to have that. And the leash, and I've got to wait until the very last minute on these things, which is like killing me because I like shopping sales. Sales are important, but I can't do that right now because I won't know until June when they actually give me the dog. I don't know what breed I'm getting. So it's either going to be a lab or a Bernese mountain dog. Actually, it's a cross. It's Bernard Doodle, they call it, which is a cross between the full poodle and the Bernese mountain dog. Or I'll have like a Labradoodle or a Golden Doodle. So some kind of doodle or lab is pretty much what they're doing on this class. But there is a huge difference in size sometimes between the lab and the Bernedoodle. And if they do, I'll go ahead and do a full Bernese mountain dog. I could be looking at 120 pounds versus 80. So I'm going to have to wait on getting the dog crate and stuff until like literally that last second. So the plan is for me to get the dog and then we immediately go to Walmart or Tractor Supply and check out some of the gear. So that's the plan. Along with that, of course, there's dog food and the first vet bill. We're going to be trying to set the dog up on the Banfield Wellness Plan because the way I travel, that will give me a vet that I can contact 24 hours a day. And along with that comes some telehealth visits that we can do. And it totally takes care of the fees. So if I'm out somewhere and something happens and he has to go to the vet, then I don't have that office charge, that office fee, or have that. It also gives me a discount on other medical care, but includes a lot of medical care for the dog in the plan. So annual and 6 months lab work, deworming medicine, stuff like that, covered under the plan. So it's a really good thing. We had Tomlin, my previous service dog that I had for 12 years on that plan. Really, I feel like it paid for itself. So we are definitely going to do that again. The other thing is the transportation cost to get to what I'm calling doggy boot camp, which is where I spend 10 days in Kansas, because that's where the agency is, learning how to work with this particular service dog. Because there is, hey, I think we have Gloria coming in. So anyway, there's lots of changes in how different dogs are trained. So yeah, she's coming in. She sent me a tweet. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I accidentally started that one. Okay. Anyhow. Okay. I answered her tweet. All right. Yeah. Since COVID, I get distracted a little bit easier, and I just got a message. Stellar Piper will be here soon. She's eating dinner. So yeah, there we go. Um, so, so I've got to spend 10 days out in Kansas learning how to work with the dog because there's different training methods based on the type of trainer. And Gloria says me. Hi, Gloria. The type of training the dog gets and so forth. So 10 days out there, transportation there and back. And honestly, transportation is like my biggest concern right now because with stuff going on in Europe, that's impacting our gas prices, and y'all know how that goes. So right now, Travel Math is giving us a rate of $3.10 per gallon. That's what they're basing it off of, and who knows what's that going to be. So I'm a little nervous about that, but we are taking the trailer. Now the trailer decreases our gas mileage, but with that, I don't have to worry about any place to stay. So we've run the numbers, and having the trailer offsets the cost of that extra gas. Because right now, or the last time I checked anyway, which was a couple of weeks ago, right now the average hotel price across the U.S. was ranging over $130 a night, which is totally crazy for my budget. So we're looking at 2 nights there and 3 nights coming back. So with the trailer, we're hoping to eliminate as many nights as plus the 10 nights there. With the trailer, we're hoping to alleviate that as much as possible, simply because of being able to stay wherever. Now, we do run into some trouble. I noticed when I was in the van camper going across to Alaska and stuff that storms, disasters, natural disasters like fire and so forth, there's not anything I can do about that. It's totally out of our control. But we do sometimes have to get a hotel room because of that. Like when we were in the area where the tornado we saw. So yeah. So 2 hotel nights there, 3 on the way back. The nice thing about having the trailer is I don't have to worry about buying food, because we can use the trailer. So, groceries home, groceries on the road. It's not that different. So that's what we are planning to do. We got a heads up from Tanya Lambert, and I thought I would show her channel, but this is not working. Okay, I was going to show Tanya's channel, but that's just not happening. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. But Tanya Lambert's another YouTuber here, and her dog came from the same agency, and she's given me the heads up in advance that instead of eating in the trailer, which is what I usually do when I go on vacation, so I can stay on the same kind of schedule, which is important for meds and stuff. But apparently I'm going to be eating out a lot as part of this training, because part of what they want you to do is get used to taking your dog everywhere with you. And so that means restaurants too. For me, that's not a big deal because I've been used to that. But for somebody who's new, it can be a big deal. But it's part of the training protocol that they do. So yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So right now, I am looking at $500 in gear and supplies, which is not a huge amount of gear. I've got to get another set of doggy booties, and of course the crate and stuff like that. So I've got that. Actual gear is probably just the booties and the leash, and everything else is the crate and so forth. Crate, dog bed, and whatnot. So with that, I'm allowing $500, which seems to be pretty much on target for what we've been looking at. Also, the transportation looks like right now it's about $900 round trip. Travel Math gives us a figure, and I always add about 10% to it, which equates much more accurately to travel. But that does not allow for the running around we have to do in Concordia for 10 days, going from like where we're staying to the site and anywhere else that the site says we have to go. So that's just straight there and back. Lodging, like I said, 10 days there. We think we found a place. It's recently gone up to $20 a night. I can't stay anywhere else for $20 a night, So $20 a night is what we're looking at to be out there. So $200, 2 nights en route, 3 on return. I'm hoping not to have to spend anything going out or coming for lodging. Oh, and that usually means truck stops, Cracker Barrel parking lots, Walmart parking lots, Sam's Club, things like that. And unless, of course, there is some kind of, fire or disaster, like I just mentioned. And then meals mostly out. And honestly, we don't eat out a whole lot now. And I'm not really sure what to allow for meals. So I'm guessing dinner for the 2 of us, probably around $40-$45, something like that. And lunch for the 2 of us, I'm guessing around 30. So hopefully, like McDonald's is great. I just don't know what kind of restaurants we're going to wind up in. But I'm estimating $80 a day if we do have to eat out all the meals as part of their protocol. I'm estimating $80 a day upper limit, and see if we can lower that. Because, like, obviously Pizza Hut is less expensive than like Cracker Barrel, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for the rest of the stuff. So, like, what do I still need? You guys have been great about asking that. And I think I've got it covered in what I just said about the crate, the dog booties, and stuff like that. I've already got bowls, so that's no big deal. Dollar Tree. And I'll have to get a couple of little toys. Dollar Tree. And we'll go from there. But the big thing, like I said, the crate and the booties, I gotta wait on. So yeah. They had originally said like around an 80-pound dog, which is on that break. But then talking to him this last time, it might be a little bigger. So we will see. But yeah, that's the supplies and the gear and the transportation costs and everything that I've laid out. And yeah, so that kind of brings me to our next fundraiser. And that is going to be a cookbook. We're calling it the Doggone Good Fundraising Cookbook because I thought that would be fun to name it, since it's going to be helping me raise money for the dog. We're going to go Doggone Good Fundraising Cookbook. And so everybody can send in your recipes between now and the 15th of March, and we'll go ahead and put those in. But I do need the recipes that you submit to be electronic. So don't like handwrite something, because what I'm going to do is just take a direct copy and paste, and that's whatever you send is going to go exactly into the cookbook, and we're just going to format it up a little bit. So yeah, so I'm excited. Some people have already gone ahead and started sending in a couple of recipes, and that is great. I'm going to give you an email address to use, which is my email, and I think it's down below. And it's Gayle at GayleCrabtree.com, which is all down there below. But what I want you to put into the subject line is cookbook. Just put cookbook in the subject line. Now, if you can remember doggone cookbook, that would be great. So I'll type that in. So have you got it? So if that's complicated or whatever, or you don't have it, just let me know. And yeah, we'll go back and kind of regroup there. So, and I don't know that there's a limit on the number of recipes we can put in, but I will say that if you're an Instagrammer or you're a YouTuber and you want to put your URL in there, as long as you're not a spammer, okay, legit URLs is what I'm looking for, then we can put that also in the cookbook with your name and your recipe. So I know with YouTube, a lot of us have really long URLs, and we might want to shorten them a little bit. So let me tell you about this thing called Bitly, BIT.ly, because it's a great place where you can go to shorten your URL if you have a really long one. I love this. I really do. Let me see. I'm going to go in here and do a screen share on it right now so you can see. Chrome tab, Bitly link management, share, da da da. Whoops. Okay. So what you do for this is you would just go in and do a longer URL. So I'm going to type in my blog, which is the Bodacious Broads travel blog.com. So Bodacious Broads travel blog. And then I'm going to come over here to Bitly. And it always asks you to make the account. Like everything online right now these days is asking you to make an account. So just make an account and then go in here and click on create, enter long URL. So I'm just going to paste it in there. And then all you have to do is click create. And that's down here at the bottom of the window. So I typed it in where it says enter long URL, and it goes to bit.ly as a default. And then just go down here and click create. Ta-da! And if you want to customize your back half, it's always going to be bit.ly. Okay, that's just the way it is. But you can customize the back half. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Bodacious, is that taken? The link is taken. Okay, so I'm not going to customize the back half. I'm just going to go with the regular. So what this does is, let me go back over here. Man, I'm going to go back and screen share this other tab so you can see it, because like this is the best thing ever, and you can use it. Obviously, you can use it and send the information to me about the cookbook. Why is this doing this? Man, there we go. Obviously, you can go into it and do this with a cookbook, but you also can shorten that link if you want to and use it for business cards, to put in your emails. Anytime you would put in that great long link and say, click here, you can use your short link. When it's available, you can customize your link to make it easier for people. So all you do is, I'm going to try resharing because that looked crazy a minute ago, didn't it? Okay, so we're going to go over here to the new tab. And I'm going to open up this window over here so I can kind of see, kind of follow along here as I do this. All right. So, okay, we are now on this window, and I'm going to type in the URL. What I'm trying to see is if this will actually pick it up, because I want you to see what the URL looks like. And I'm going up to the top here where I can just input the URL. So what I'm doing, which I hope you can see, so I've created the short link, the short bit.ly link from the long link, and I am just putting it right up there into the URL box. And you can see what happens is it redirects. And so there we are. We've got my blog up instead of my great big, huge, long URL, which is hard for people to remember. So this short one is where it's at, you know? So there I am with my travel blog, and that's one tip that I hope makes life easier for you, just to make that a little shorter so people can remember it easier. So there you go. So yeah, close that out. So there we are. And I'm just going to go back here. This is the email address to use, Gayle@GayleCrabtree.com. Do put cookbook in the subject line. Okay. Or if you can remember, put doggone cookbook in the subject line. But some kind of putting cookbook in there, so I'll know, what the email's for, because at some point I'm going to go in and I'm just going to do a global search in my email for cookbook recipes. And if you don't have cookbook in there, it's not going to pull it up. So, and then your recipe that you submit may not get put in the book, which is going to make everybody sad. So, note to that. All right, we have Stellar Piper here. Hello, Stellar Piper. How are you? Good to see you today. Good to see you. So yep, that's where we are. So Stellar, just to bring you up to speed, what we have done is we have talked about the dog, the cookbook, the things we still need, and the transportation and the lodging, and kind of looking at what some of the other expenses are. Trying to do campgrounds, of course, instead of hotel rooms, because that's going to really plummet that price. So it's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. And I talked about the cookbook, which is where you just came in. And of course, our jewelry fundraiser is still going on Instagram. I'll go ahead and type that in too. And we've got some really good things over there. Just saying. Stellar Piper's been helping me out with it a lot. We should put cookbook info in the group. Yes. I was going to mention it here first because usually we have several group members in, but they're not here tonight. I don't know if those notifications ever went out for the live stream. So, but anyhow, this is our URL there for the jewelry sale. And we've got a lot of neat stuff going on there. So check that out for gifts for St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, you name it. All right. Oh, good. Stellar said she got a notification. So that's great. Awesome. I'm really glad. And I hope you all saw my little short video on, what was it, yesterday? I think it was that it went out on the channel changes and kind of I don't want to say pivot, but just the general changes that we're going to be doing in our account right now. Because just a quick recap, for the past couple months, I've been doing a lot of COVID stuff, but thank God I'm feeling better with COVID. Still having issues, but feeling better, and that's what we're going to concentrate on. So what tanked my immune system, though, was a surgery that I had to have and some other things going into that. So the surgery, I found a lump in my breast, so they had to go in, do a ton of all these kinds of tests, which are totally crazy. Got a ton of those that they had to do, and all of that tanked the immune system. So I got kind of derailed by dealing with the COVID. So now we're getting back into more the swing of things, and I have got some things coming up that are videos that I took way back when I was going through all the health stuff this fall. So we're going to be showing those, and then we're going to get back into where we're supposed to be, which is more travel, more product reviews, $40 day trips, RV life, van life, dealing with foot drop, regular things that we have been doing before getting kind of derailed. And of course, after June, we're going to be looking at more service dog videos and stuff, because I am so excited to be able to bring my service dog to you and show you all some glimpses of what daily life is like. So exciting stuff. And so, yeah, so that's where I am, and that's what's going on. We got a couple of weeks worth of videos that just kind of get caught up on videos that are in the fall. And I will say that Mel helped me with the editing, and I could not have gotten any of those done or anything else done if it wasn't for him. Hey, we have Busy Lady in the house. So hi, Busy Lady. And welcome. So we're just hanging out tonight, just kind of chilling and having fun. But I think I've got everybody brought up to speed except Busy Lady. We talked about the dog, because today I've got like everything with cares so far has been phone calls until today. And today I finally got the official letter telling me when and where to be for the doggy boot camp. Super stoked about that, which is, of course, in June for 10 days. So, And this is out in Kansas, and I'm really kind of glad that we didn't go like into late July and August when it's hotter. So it'll be nice. So we are collecting recipes now for the cookbook. I will post it over in the group, but what I'm asking for on the cookbook is that all recipes be submitted electronically. That way I can just do copy and paste, and boom, your recipe is in the cookbook. If you hand me a sheet of paper or do a snail mail thing, I may or may not get it in, just because like my brain, the fog and everything, it's like crazy. The video that I just did that was 2 minutes long took me over 2 hours to record, because I just could not come up with everything that I needed to come up with. Like my words were just not working, and it's crazy because some days are much better than others. Like today, I've got no problem stringing sentences together, as y'all may have noticed. But if you had seen me Tuesday, you would have tossed your hands up and walked away, because it just was not working right. So I am not, for that reason, I will not guarantee that if you hand me a sheet of paper with your recipe on it, that it will actually make the cookbook, because it might not. So email that to me. It's Gayle at GayleCrabtree.com, and just put cookbook in the subject line, or the name of it is Doggone Good Cookbook for Fundraising. And so you can put that in the subject line, but at least put cookbook in the subject line. We are going to make this available on Amazon, by the way, because Stellar Piper is helping with this, and she's the one that has helped me get a couple of other books up on Amazon. So it'll be available in both hard copy from me or Amazon. So we're excited to be able to have it up and offer that. So super pumped about this. I just cannot wait. You can do dinner, you can do lunch, you can do anything you want. So we've got it broken down into sections for appetizers, breads, dinner, meats, desserts, just all those sections. So we're not really breaking it down breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just mostly going to be entrees. So egg dishes, meat dishes, fish dishes, stuff like that. Woo, Stellar Piper said, I'm glowing. I'm super excited. I am going to be floating in the rafters by the time the day actually gets here. But of course, then you have this worry in the back of your head what if they bring the dog out and he hates me or she hates me? What do you do then? What if they bring the dog out and you just know it's not going to work? And I know everybody has told me that that's probably not going to happen. But with me, and it may just be my insecurity, but with me, it's just what if? So I've got to get past that. But I am super stoked. And, it's going to be a relief. It's going to be a huge relief to have them. Because certainly, through this whole COVID stuff, there's been 1,000,001 times when I could have used a service dog. And so, not only is it about my leg and the seizures and the blood sugar and stuff like that, but when I'm having problems breathing with asthma and stuff, just having a dog that can go and get my husband or get Stellar Piper when she's here, just go get that other person or go get my meds as long as I leave them in the right place, things like that. Really, really helping. Let's see. Yes. That is my anxiety talking. I totally agree. And Busy Lady says, fight that bad boy. I am. Totally focused on the positive. But, it's just that 0.5% of the time where you go like, what if, you know, and it's like, I don't even think it's something that I like need to plan for, like the trip. We're going to plan on extra time so we can drive slow. So if something happens to the trailer or we hit bad weather, we're going to have that extra day built in. But the question, this anxiety about whether or not the dog's going to like me, like it's so low on my totem pole that I'm not planning an alternative. I'm just planning on it working. So we are human and it's a big deal. It is. It is. But you just kind of got to try to, I keep waiting for an anxiety repellent spray. You can buy bug spray in a can, right? Get that, what is it, Raid, that you can go and make all the bugs go away. Well, I wish there was a spray that would make anxiety go away and spammers go away. I really think that if we could just get some kind of magic spray for those two things, hey, life would be great. So, bacon in my pocket. Yeah, that would be a good idea, except we are prohibited from giving the dog treats for like either several days or that week. Tanya has told me, and I can't remember. But anyway, maybe I could just like rub my pants in it or something. Perfume. Did they make bacon perfume? Try doing a brain dump. Write all your worries out on paper and then tear it up. I actually do that sometimes. And I'll make a to-do list too. For me, to-do lists really seem to help to sit down and write everything off, because there's just something satisfying about being able to go through and make lines through and mark things off as you get them done. It's like, okay, I can see I'm making progress. The world is manageable, so that's like my secret weapon, and it helps so much. Let's see. Busy says, oh man, you could rub grease on yourself. Nobody would know. That's funny. Bacon candles, LOL. That would be cool. Dad would have a sudden craving for breakfast food. He would. He and like every other man on the planet, because most men love bacon. What is it with men and bacon, right? Because they'd be all over that. But Busy, I hate to tell you, but I am pretty sure that there actually are bacon scented candles. I am typing this in to my favorite online store right now, because there really are. There really are. I kid you not. Ta-da! Bacon flavored candles. So here we have not just bacon, mind you, but also available for your scented pleasure is bacon and bourbon. Ooh, I wonder if the bacon thinks about me too. That's a cute name, but several different bacon scented candles. How crazy is this? Oh my gosh. Hickory smoked bacon. So we have hickory smoked bacon, we have bourbon bacon. What else? Okay, I get those are the only flavors. They have a dirt scented candle. Oh, good grief. There it is, dirt. But there we go. So I know what I could do. I could just light the bacon scented candle and let that wonderful scent permeate the RV, assuming it's also going to get on my clothes, right? So anyway, I'm going to this too. Busy Lady says she's going to make some breakfast burritos tonight. Actually, she's going to go bake the bacon. So easy. I have not tried baking. I can't say that. I have not tried putting bacon in the oven or air fryer, whatever you do. I read somewhere that bacon was a gateway meat for vegetarians to not become vegetarians. Okay, could be. I don't know. Men's gifts. Yep. Stellar Piper, that makes sense. Ah, we're making Busy hungry. Sorry, Busy. What can we say? Yes. Oven cooked the bacon. I'm not even going to try saying that again the real way. So, how do you do that? Like, do you put it just on a baking sheet and slide the whole thing in on 400 degrees, or do you put it under the broiler? Like, how do you even do that? Like, legit, fill me in here. Busy's laughing at me. Of course, Busy's laughing at me because that's what she does, which is a okay. But yeah, like, how do you even go about doing that? Because that really sounds pretty cool. Just saying. Okay, wait a minute. Layout strips on a cookie sheet. Do you put a rack or anything underneath the bacon? Or does the grease just stay there? I'm writing this down as you can see. I might just try this tonight. 20 to 25 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Okay. Depending on how crispy you want it. Okay. Sounds intriguing. Yeah, on a rack or on a crispy sheet? We're both asking. Crispy. Okay. There's your first recipe. Actually, it's my second or third. Stellar Piper went in and put a couple. She's helping me edit, so she's got access to the document. But you're my first non family recipe. The grease stays there. You could use foil for an easier cleanup. Foil lined cookie sheet. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to make a point to try that this week because we just bought some new bacon. I'm actually trying bacon. We're still getting the Misfits boxes, and they have bacon now. So we're going to try that. And I will try. I'm going to report back to you all on how this goes for me on the next episode of Saturday Night Live Stream. It'll be the big thing. Cool. I'm glad to learn a kitchen trick. So that will be cool. And I will, if you're good with it, I will put it over in the recipe, the cookbook. Stellar, I hope you wrote it down. And we'll put it in there. Go from that. So, actually, yeah, let me pull that up. Okay. Because this sounds like much easier. much, much easier on some ways because this way it could be cooking while I'm doing something else, and that could be helpful. So, yay! Thank you, thank you. All right. Well, it is 10 till 8. I'm sorry, it just flipped 9 till 8, and I think I'm going to. Okay, took a screenshot. Yay! Stellar, I'm going to let you put that in the book then. Since you've got this screenshot. But I'm hoping for a lot of different recipes because I'm super excited about that. Because there are so many people that like come into my YouTube channel that like we could get recipes from like all over. And like Busy's tip with the bacon, which I didn't know about. I didn't know you could do that. So yeah, I think just the more recipes we get from different people and stuff will make this a more interesting cookbook. Because I'm really excited. Okay, Busy says, nice to see you. She's off to apply for jobs and eat food. Awesome. I hope the job hunt goes well. I also hope you don't have to learn this any more complicated stuff like the whole Sigma 6 that you had to do. Because that's a terrible thing to have to learn. I'm just saying. So, all right. Well, since it's almost 8, I'm going to go ahead and discontinue the live stream because I know Busy Lady was doing the whole dinner thing. And well, I hope it goes well. I'm going to be excited to see where you wind up because you are just this person that companies are going to be fortunate to have. I've said that from the get go. I am not changing that. Maybe the odds be ever in your favor. Yep. That was, hold on. Oh, Gloria says it's been nice hanging out. She has to go too. Gloria, you didn't say anything. You were quiet. So, all right. Well, it's the truth, Busy. It is the truth. I think they're just really fortunate when they get you on board. Just saying. So, all right. But you guys go off and have a great weekend. I'm going to go try the bacon thing and come back Saturday and give you a report on how it went for me. Hopefully, I won't set off the smoke alarm. Usually, I let my husband do that. So, but y'all go off and have a great week. Always stay safe, stay well, and always, it's hashtag be Bodacious. Do not let life get in the way of living. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week. Bye. You too, Busy. You take care too.